Kendrick Bourne from the San Francisco 49ers. You're watching the Niners All Day Show. What up, Bronze? What up, Dre? Let's get it, man. Yee!
Yo, this is your boy Bronze, and this is the Niners All Day Show. I got my boy Dre with me. What up, Dre?
What's popping? What's shaking? Crisco or bacon? What's going on, man?
Yeah, and we got young Dion over here. Time reversal.
man. Y'all know the saying, Dre Black don't crack, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, sometimes you got to chop this stuff off, man, and revert back to the younger days. You know
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the 2020.
Man, so everybody, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time, please check us out, subscribe, like the channel. And if you want to support the channel, visit our Patreon. And shout out to all the Patreon members. We're about to get into it. We're going to start off with the injury report. We got Jaquiski Tartt. He's going to be out with turf toe.
Yeah. And
is this the last? Is this the last time we're going to see him? Or
I think it is, bro, because today, if anybody got to catch the press conference, basically Robert Saleh says he's done for the season, right?
Ooh.
So, yeah, I think that we should have traded Jaquiski and got what we could for him, because now it's just a loss. You know what I mean? We're not going to be able to resign him next year. So
I heard we can get a comp pick for him, though, like a third round, I think. I need to double check.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, this is what I heard earlier today. So I'm going to look into that. So that, third round pick.
Dion, do you know anything about a comp pick for Jaquiski if he doesn't resign?
If he does, yeah. I think Bronze is actually correct on that. You usually do wind up getting a comp pick for him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what round. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what round, but yes, you do usually get a comp pick for those guys.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we're getting something from him, but it sucks just to see him walk away when we could have. I think we could have capitalized on, somebody like the Ravens. Even the Saints, they need some safety help. There's a few teams out there. The Cleveland Browns, you know what I mean? There's a few teams out there who need some safety help right now, but it is what it is, though. Jaquiski's a good guy. I hope, whatever happens next year, he gets the most money he can. It's just not going to be with us, unfortunately.
Yeah. And also, K1 is still with a high ankle sprain. Debo didn't practice again. Raheem is out. Tico's out. Sherm is not playing. KB might play. We'll see. I'm confused with KB. He's positive. He's negative. He's positive.
That's weird.
I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like the NFL was, trying to make themselves look a little better, because we essentially lost 3 starters in the Packers game, right? And every game where there has been 3 or more COVID positives on one team, they cancel the game and reschedule it.
But we're
the first team, right? We're the first team that they actually said, "No, you're just going to have to go ahead and play." So I don't know what the NFL has against the franchise. I talked about it a little bit, a couple of episodes back, but I think some of that stuff is still lingering, man, because we're obviously getting a little bit different treatment than every other NFL franchise right now.
I honestly feel like they might have something against Jed York. I don't know. I really don't know what it is, but I honestly feel like they got something against Jed York, because you got to remember when they were, when everybody was talking about the whole social justice thing and where are the owners, our owner was front and center.
Yeah.
Our owner did everything that he was supposed to do, and he did it in the right way.
Yeah.
So you couldn't put Jed York in that conversation along with the Jerry Joneses and any of these other owners, and even the new ones. So to me, it's almost like they punish him. They come together and they like, oh well, he was the one over there just jumping on their backs. We have our own little group. So now we stuck like Chuck. Now we're gonna make him suffer for that. I don't know if that's true, but it kind of feels like that, because you're right, Dre. Nobody else played when you had more than three positive. Nobody.
Right.
Our game possibly could have been moved to Sunday, but like I was telling Bronze on the last show, I figure it's better to let us play. We needed
Right.
the rest.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah. So we got to figure something out, man. 'Cause, yeah, that just doesn't make no sense.
Mhm.
As far as K1, like, does anybody remember seeing him get injured in the game? Bron's like, do you
yeah.
remember seeing him get injured in the game? 'Cause I don't.
I didn't. You know, it's just one of those things. Like the announcer said, he's on the sideline, and then next day, you know, they said he got a high ankle sprain. And is this his last season with us too? I mean,
It was confused. I didn't see him get injured. I
Me
watched the
neither.
game. I watched that
Right.
whole game all the way through,
Right.
even through
Yeah.
the beating that it was.
Right.
But I never saw him actually get injured. I just saw him on the sideline.
Right.
And then I saw Jordan Reed on the sideline. And I watched
Right.
our offensive line be played with musical chairs,
Right.
which made absolutely no sense.
No sense. Right.
But I didn't see it. No, I didn't see that injury at all.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Kyle Shanahan is playing mind games and trying to get the highest first round draft pick he can, because it's just it's like a lot of like weird false positives, not rescheduling games, players coming up injured that you didn't see get injured in the game. It's a lot of things that's happening that's a little weird. You know what I mean? Especially Deebo Samuels. It was a hamstring tweak. It wasn't a grade 1, a grade 2, a grade 3, or none of that. He just tweaked his hamstring, and they said he was supposed to be out for 1 or 2 weeks, and now this is going on the 3rd week, and he's still not practicing. So
yeah,
I don't know if there's some inside stuff going on with the franchise, but
right.
A lot of guys should be back on the field.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Ayuk and Trent Williams should be playing this week, so that's a little bit of something.
Justin Steele was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, what would you think if Trent Williams played last week? Do you think Mullins would have played a little bit better?
Justin Steele gave up 4 sacks.
Yeah.
He gave up 4 sacks.
4.
Zadarius Smith was like, he ate his lunch, bro. I think it would have been a little bit different of a game. Mullins was able to move the ball, but when you're getting hit that much and pressured that much, man, I mean, there really isn't much you can do, and you're bound to make some type of mistakes when you're under that much pressure and that much duress and getting hit that much. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think he would have made a difference. Do I see us winning that game? No, but I see it being a lot closer than it actually was.
Yeah.
What about you, Dion? How you feel about that, bro?
Yeah, I honestly feel like if Trent Williams played, it would have been a way better situation. Justin School got punked all night. The issue with Justin School is we know that he can't deal with elite pass rushers. Look what happened when he wound up getting benched in that game against Cleveland because Myles Garrett was eating his lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what happened, they had to put Brunskill in, and, he held us down for that small period of time. Like I was telling Bron, I don't believe that the line looks like it did last week. I think that Kyle went into that game knowing we was going to lose. And he said, you know what, let me see what a couple guys got. But if you have at least at a bare minimum, because of this stupidity with KB, and I'm not calling him stupid, I'm calling the situation dumb. Like where he's positive, he's negatives, he's positive, he's negative. Like, bro, like what? Okay, at the end of the day, man, what's going on, really? But for me, if you at least get KB, if you can get Ayuk and Richie on the field, that's fine. I don't have much belief in River Craycraft after what I saw. There was nothing spectacular that stood out to me. Kevin White was activated to do what? Stand on the field and just look. So.
Yeah.
Man.
I know for a fact Trent Williams would not have been getting punked like that.
Yeah.
Not at all. He might have got beat maybe once, but Trent will figure it out, and then he would have been like, nah, you ain't about to pull that with me, bro. You got to remember, I'm big, but I'm an agile brother. If you've seen his workout videos, he was doing stuff that he was doing he shouldn't be able to do with his height and size.
He shouldn't.
I can't even do that. And I'm a lot smaller than Trent Taylor.
Yeah.
I mean, Trent Williams.
He's special, bro. He definitely is special, man.
Mm-hmm.
One positive thing that came out last week was Richie James. He showed out. I think all the faithful, the people that knew what's up, knew he had it in him,
Yeah.
We had, so interesting stat. Richie James is the first 49er player since Jerry Rice to accomplish something, which was three of James' 9 catches against the Packers went for 40 or more yards. He became the first player to accomplish this since Tyreek Hill, and he did that against New York Jets in 2017. James is the first 49er player to do this since the legendary GOAT.
Jerry Rice.
Yes.
I mean, I've said it so many times, bro. Last year, he had 7 receptions for 165 yards. That's and 1 touchdown. That's 27.5 yards per reception. He deserves to be on the field. He deserves to get a shot to be on the field because he shows it repeatedly that he has big play potential. Anytime that the ball gets in his hands, he has the potential to break it big. You know what I mean? And the Packers defense, they have been bad against run, but they've been pretty good against the pass. You know what I mean? Like, they're not no slouches, right? They got a really good cornerback and a really good safety back there. So I was highly surprised to see Richie go. Actually, you know what? I wasn't surprised because I know that he had
right.
I was very happy to see that he actually got a chance to get out on the field and show that, hey, maybe if we got to let 1 or 2 guys go next year, Kyle, you could depend on me if you put me out there on the field. And that was really good to see. I was really happy to see that Richie James was able to go out there and have a big game for us, especially when we needed him to.
Definitely, man. So coming up,
what you think?
Yeah,
what you think, Dion?
Richie had a better game than Devontae Adams. Like, that's exactly how that wound up working. Richie had a better game than Devontae Adams, and at the same time, the thing with Richie is like they just don't give him a chance, and I don't understand why. Because the man like Trey was saying, he has the big playability. Look at what he did, bro. His stop and go is nasty. If you ain't never seen Richie stop and go, like, believe you me, the man stop and go is disgusting. Like, he really just cuts you off, and if you don't have safety help over the top, he will outrun you. He's not the fastest guy on the field, but at the same time, he's still that guy who can make it happen. And I feel like if you say we can't get KB to go because the NFL is being stupid. If you put Brandon Ayuk out there with Richie James, you're going to have 2 dudes that are very, very ridiculous. You know Ayuk is healthy. You know he's ready to go. You know he's itching to get on the field. You know Richie's healthy. He's ready to go. And you know at the same time, Richie has that quick twitch ability where if you put him in the right spot, he'll take off.
Right.
And if you notice what happened with Richie, Kyle said it himself. The plays that Richie was running were designed for Brandon.
Right.
That was all for Ayuk.
Exactly.
So you got to think about that. If I design plays for a dude that I feel is younger and more dynamic than you, and you're doing that, then that means I can design the exact same plays for both of y'all and tear a defense apart.
And get loose. Yeah, man. That makes a lot of sense. And okay, I don't want nobody to think that I'm bashing Ayuk, but if Ayuk was on the field, do you think that he has 3 receptions for over 40 yards? Let's just be honest, bro. Because I don't. I something just tells me if Ayuk was on the field and he ran those same plays as Richie, I think he has a good game. But I don't think that he has 3 receptions for over 40 yards. That's not easy to do, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it just shows how talented Richie James is. All he needs is the opportunity to get on the field. That's it.
Man. Yeah, I believe that. I see that, Dre. Yeah, I don't think Ayuk would have done what, the same stats. Yeah, point blank.
Right.
But that being said, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The other thing I was going to say is they didn't respect Richie. You gotta remember the Packers D coming in. They looking like, man, who is Richie James? Who is Trey Taylor? Who is River Craycraft?
Yeah.
Man, we ain't worried about these fools. We ain't got nothing to be worried about. And then Richie out there getting loose, and I guarantee you the defensive coordinator was looking like, yes, somebody needs to cover this guy. But they lost Jair Alexander, they best cover corner.
They did.
And then you wind up with Josh Jackson. You wind up with, they get down to their backups, and Richie ate them alive, and they should have shown him some more respect. Why? Because he got busy.
Yeah, he did.
That's what you do. You can never count out anybody, man. Anybody.
Yeah.
Matt, do you think next week they're going to use Richie James more? Are they going to put him like more Debo role? Similar plays like that.
I don't think anybody could be put in Debo Samuel's role. He is a one of a kind wide receiver in NFL, bro. There's one guy who does what he does, but he does not have the speed as Richie James, and that's Chase Claypool, right? He's the only guy in the NFL that does what that does what Debo Samuel does. But Debo Samuel's faster, so I don't think that he plays in a Debo Samuel capacity. But if you want any chance to win this game, I think that I think that Richie James needs to have a big role in this offense on Sunday. If you want any chance to win this game, right? Because we know what we're going up against, right? They just made the Buccaneers look like the Jets. Yeah. They made the Bucs look bad, and the Bucs are a talented team, right? I mean, they got a 43-year-old quarterback, but they're a talented team, and they made them look bad. So, I mean, if you want any chance at winning this game or just being competitive, Richie James has to be a big part of this offense. Yeah. Period.
Straight up. Speaking of the Saints, Emmanuel Sanders had a quote today. I'm looking forward to playing against San Fran, but I'm looking forward to kicking their ass. When I tell you this, I look forward to kicking their ass. And the reason why is because I got so much love in that organization for everybody that I know that they're not going to take it hard, right? But it's competition.
Dion, I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you go first.
I feel the tornado coming from Trey right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm gonna be 100 with you from a standpoint of competition. I respect it. I don't have anything negative to say about it. For me, period, point blank, is all's fair in love and war. When you get on that field, ain't no friends. Because I can tell you right now, man, I used to run track when I was in high school. I had a bunch of friends that ran track. I was not your friend when we got in them blocks.
Fact though.
I tell you anything under the sun. I tell you I was like Dennis Rodman. I tell you the craziest thing in the world.
Fact though.
And I don't care about that. Hey man, we friends. I ain't finna give up and give you a step. Fact so I don't expect Emmanuel Sanders to take it easy on us tomorrow. Exactly. I feel like long story short, I feel like he should come out there and give it his all, and he should go hard, and he should make everybody work to earn their paycheck, but at the end of the day, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Emmanuel Sanders to me is a fraud. He's a phony. I mean, yeah, of course. Like back in my days of playing ball, like I had homeboys, but when I played against them, I wanted to bust their ass. Yeah. Because over the summer, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have bragging rights. You know what I mean? That's just what we did, right? Yep. Like we go out on the field and I'm gonna bust your ass, and then we're gonna talk about it all summer, and you know who won and who lost and who had a better game. But I say that he's a phony because this was the guy that came and said, I've made enough money in the NFL. I've won Super Bowls. I want to win another Super Bowl. It's not about the money, right? As soon as the season ends, this dude takes a picture 3 days after the Super Bowl with the designer bag that costs $7,000 in front of a Bentley that costs a couple of $100,000, and the Bentley in front of a private jet, right? Obviously, he was going to see the Saints, right? And he gets offered $8 million a season, which we couldn't pay him. And what happens? He goes to the Saints, right? So, I just can't listen to anything that Emmanuel Sanders says. It's just like, you're a phony, you're a fake. You said it wasn't about the money. Obviously, it was about the money, bro. Right? So, I would have more respect for the guy if he just kept it 100 and say, hey, man, I'm coming down to the last years of my career. I'm trying to make the most money possible to have that generational wealth for my family. So when I do retire, that my family is good for generations. I respect that. Guys are putting their life and their bodies on the lines. Like people forget when they step into between those lines, guys are literally putting their life on the line. Literally, bro. There's guys who retired. Seriously, bro. There's guys who retire that have opioid problems because they're taking all these pills just so they can play games. There's guys that retire that have dementia. There's guys that retire that have brain trauma. There's guys that it's all kind of stuff. So they're putting their personal health and their life on the line every time they step in between those lines. So I get it if you're trying to make the most money possible.
Jim McMahon
keep
from
it
the
100
Bears,
up front.
from the '85 Bears. That man is. Yeah, man.
He's done.
Yeah, it's real.
He's done, bro.
It's for real what you're saying. So like,
exactly.
I respect that. I respect that point of view, Dre. I do.
I like both of you guys.
You can't turn around. You can't. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was doing that. So you know, if you, if I known that, I'm rolling with you 100 on that. Nah, I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that I'm saying, bro. Like, I respect him as a man. I respect him as an elite pro athlete, but I don't respect his character because he basically lied to the faithful. You know what I mean? And hey, I mean, it is what it is, though, to each its own. Yeah. But I just don't respect his character. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you're supposed to put your best foot forward, especially in the NFL.
Man. At all times.
Gotta
good take, guys. I just want to say when he left, I had that Deion Sanders vibes when he left. I'm like, just 1 year, come on. And that's about it. I gotta say about that.
Yep, but hey, we get a compensatory pick from him. I believe we get a compensatory third round pick from the Broncos because he didn't re-sign with us because we sent them a third and a fifth to get Emmanuel Sanders. So I think we get a compensatory third from the Broncos.
Oh, cool!
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I think every episode from here on out to next season, we're gonna touch about the quarterback situation.
We have to.
Yeah.
It's too big of a subject not to. Bro.
Right.
Like we definitely have to, bro. I mean, Dion, like, wouldn't you say that that's something that should be talked about all the time?
It's gonna be
because it's huge.
Yes, it's gonna be on a constant basis just because of the situation. At the end of the day, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't care about potential. I don't care about what you can do. I care about what you do. Are you on the field making this stuff happen? Are you on the field doing the things that everybody says you can do? At the end of the day, Jimmy, you got a nice record. You got a really nice record. What is he? 26-5, 23-5, something like that.
20, I think 20. I think he's like 26-7 or 8.
Yeah.
I think it's like 7 or 8 losses right now.
Yeah, he's got a lopsided record. But at the end of the day, you know what else he has? No time on the field.
Right.
You're not there. And if you out for the rest of this season, and then you expect us not to, wind up thinking about trying to find a new quarterback or find somebody that can do, be a dual threat guy, you out your mind. Right. And I tell you right now, people, it's not Sam Darnold. It is not Sam Darnold. Don't stop it. People in 49ers land. Faithful, stop the Sam Darnold talk, please.
It's just desperation talk to some of the fans. That's all I can think of.
Just let it go. Sam Darnold is not the answer. No.
Just straight up. Yeah.
Hey, bro. I've seen a lot. I think I seen an article. I can't remember who it was from, where they said if Kyle Shanahan had Sam Darnold, he would be a Pro Bowler. Hey, bro. Hey, I just about died. Hey, bro, Sam Darnold, I do see some athletic ability. He does have the arm talent, but man, like, the Jets already ruined him, bro. I don't think there's no coming back. And that's what sucks. Like, when you go to a bad organization and you get used up for 2, 3, 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a toll on you, you know what I'm saying? Mentally and physically. Oh, yeah. And sometimes guys just don't come back from that. And I think that might be the case with Sam Darnold, where he has the intangibles. Like you said, he has the potential. But it's what can you do for me? It's not what could you possibly do for me, right? And, the possible doesn't mean anything. It's NFL, not for long, right? And so I just don't know about Sam. I don't want to give any draft. I don't want to give up draft capital for right. M said use goods exactly. Like I don't. I'm going straight to the store. I'm not going to the Goodwill. I go to the Goodwill for like cookware and skillets,
right?
knives,
And you
Yeah.
and then you
like that.
and then you go into the rich neighborhoods for the Goodwill. See, I live in Arizona, so you know where I go? I go into Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
You know what I'm saying? I go to Scottsdale to go get my stuff, man. My wife is a coupon queen and she is a saver king. So she knows all that stuff. I go to Scottsdale to go get my stuff for my, for that. If
Yes,
I was in
sir.
LA, I'm going to Beverly Hills
Scottsdale.
for that. I ain't going.
Scottsdale, Goodyear.
I ain't finna go
what I'm
down
saying?
by, right. I ain't going down by Skid Row to go pick some stuff up. What are we doing here?
Right.
No.
Exactly.
If I'm gonna go shopping,
yeah, man.
but I mean, do I see the athletic ability? Yes, I do. I see some athletic ability, but at the end of the day, I don't see a franchise quarterback that will get me to a Super Bowl. I told Brian on the last show, the only USC quarterback that ever was worth a dime was named Carson Palmer, and he couldn't win a playoff game. He was great in the regular season, but he couldn't get it in the playoffs.
It had some bad injuries too.
Oh,
Carson was so talented, but had some really bad injuries. Both ACLs, one of it, I think his right ACL, he tore it twice, and then his left one, he tore that one. I mean, Carson was just bandaged up. By the end of his career, he was wearing braces on everything. He was wearing braces on everything. He was talented though.
Yeah.
He was real talented.
Yeah. I'm in the shower thinking like, okay, what are we gonna do next season? Who should we go for a vet and then draft, or should we keep Jimmy one more year and get a vet and go for the draft? I'm like, there's all these. You see that meme with the equation guy with all the that's me in the shower. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, man. It's a tough one, bro.
What would you like to see? Who would you like to sign?
I don't want to sign anybody. Like I don't want used goods. Like let's just start fresh and get fresh. Let's get I like the kid from BYU, Wilson. I like Trey Lance. Let's start fresh, man. Get new, young, fresh blood into the San Francisco 49ers organization. Let's trade Jimmy back to the Patriots and get what we can get for him. Or trade him somewhere, you know what I mean? Because there is just not working out. Like, Jimmy needs a offense with that is predicated on short and intermediate passes and getting the ball out of your hands quick. Kyle Shanahan's offense is a run-first offense with play action and passes that take a while to develop, right? And when you're a quarterback that's not so nimble and you're not that athletic to where you can't make things happen outside of the pocket, well, you need to be able to make things happen outside of the pocket, because a lot of Kyle Shanahan's big plays, they take a while to develop. Some of these routes take a while to run. The play action might take a little bit and you might have to roll out. There's all kind of different variables and things that can happen.
Right.
But I know that a lot of Kyle Shanahan's big plays on his offense, it takes a while for these pass plays to develop. And I just don't think Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't think he's the quarterback to run this system.
Yeah, I think Kyle likes a guy. I mean, everyone's talking about a mobile quarterback. Yeah, that's good. But I think he needs a guy, or likes a guy that has an arm, right? Like Matt Ryan. I know he had Julio Jones, but look at Matt Shaw back in with Houston Texans with Andre Johnson. I mean, they had a lot of big plays, and that's why he
Johnson, I remember that.
Yeah, and that's why he drafted CJ Beathard, because he has an arm.
Right.
And I think that's going to.
They don't have nothing else.
Yeah.
CJ got that arm, but shit, he ain't got nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, Deion, what do you think, bro? Like, is it time to just get new fresh blood into the organization? I love Zach Wilson. Bro. He's mobile. He has a big arm and he's 6'3", right? And he can move. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think? Is it time? Do we go trade for a veteran? Do we sign a veteran, or is it time to get some new blood up in here?
It's time to get new blood. I'll say this: we can find a dummy to trade us Jimmy for a first round pick. There's somebody out there stupid enough to do it, or at least get that at a bare minimum a second round pick for what we gave up for him.
You're gonna get at least a second.
You're gonna get at a bare minimum you get a second. But the thing is, the contingency plan has to be laid out now, and they need to know what they're going to do because you don't want his money on the books for next year.
You don't.
If you're going to move on, make it happen. Don't drag this out. Don't make this some long, drawn-out process. Parag already drew up the contract. We're out of it. There's no more guaranteed money to give him. If you're going to get rid of him, get rid of him.
Right.
I do see Zach Wilson, but he's not very well experienced. So that scares me a little bit. What I really did want to get your take on, Dre, was the pickup of Josh Johnson. Now, I know he hasn't done much in the NFL. He hasn't really done much of anything. But his dynamics kind of leave a little small miniature glint of hope in some way, shape, or form. Just because he is a little bit of a dual threat guy. And he does have an arm. I'll tell you this, I've seen Josh Johnson throw the ball. The man can throw the ball down the field. The thing is he cerebral enough to pick up the offense, the complexity of Kyle Shanahan's offense? I really want to know what you think about that, because when I saw that we picked him up, I was like, it's a lackluster signing. I don't really expect anything big at this point, but I'm kind of like lowly teetering on like maybe he could do a little something, but I don't know.
It's hard to have a reaction or thoughts because you haven't seen no sample size from this guy in the pros.
True.
Excuse me. Besides, only sample size you've seen was in college. Like, what do you? I don't even know what college did this kid go to.
Let me check it out.
See? You see? You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to, I don't know. Maybe it might be Kyle trying to work him in practices and see, we like Zach Wilson. Do we want to go with the mobile quarterback that has a big arm? You know what I mean?
SD, he's from SD, San Diego.
Yeah, he's from he's from Oakland. According to Pro Football Reference, he's from the town. So this just coming back home to him. But
he came back home twice. Look at the Harbaugh days.
I don't know, bro. Hopefully I hope that every guy that we sign pans out. You know what I'm saying? But
we all do.
Maybe Kyle might be trying something different in practices, and maybe he wants to see if a mobile quarterback, could run his scheme, and maybe it plays into how we, if we draft a mobile quarterback next year in the draft, because I definitely know that Kyle Shanahan is seeing the NFL, and you have Russell Wilson, you have Kyler, you have Lamar Jackson, you have Deshaun Watson, even Aaron Rodgers. The best quarterbacks are mobile. Period. It's no more. No more patting the ball in the pocket.
Yeah, you have to be mobile. The Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady era is over. You have to be a dual threat guy, and I agree with you on that one, because I can tell you right now, I felt so bad for Javon Kinlaw trying to run down Aaron Rodgers. That man ran out of all kinds of gas. He was trying to hawk him. He was trying to hawk him. He gave effort, but he wasn't
120%.
Oh, he was giving all the effort he could, but man, I said he gonna need oxygen when he gets to the sideline. That's a whole lot of human being to try to pull. I honestly feel like if they're gonna move on from him, but next year the quarterback situation is gonna constantly be talked about. I wanted to touch on something real quick about what Steve Young said. Steve Young said straight up that Kyle's been just protecting Jimmy. That because of Jimmy's limitations with what he can do, that the full expansion of this offense and what more could come has not come due to Jimmy's limitations. That Kyle wants a guy that can do all the things that he wants him to do.
Right.
I think if we go in any way, shape, or form, if we go with a vet, I say just bring Matt Ryan in. And the only reason is I don't need a vet that needs to learn the system. I need a vet that knows the dang system. And if you give Matt Ryan some of the weapons that we have, I think he'll be fine. I think he would do okay. Because if you have a healthy Debo, you have a healthy Brandon Ayuk, you have a healthy KB, you should be perfectly fine. Next year, our team is going to look way different because with a lot of guys being out, those decisions are now being made. The wheels are turning like, all right, we done lost you for this year. We lost you for this. We know who they're starting to think who's going to be here, who's not.
Exactly, bro. Yeah. I mean, you can see the writing on the wall. I mean, excuse me. That's the Modelo talking. Okay. Witherspoon, healthy scratch. He's done. Dante, cut him. DeQuincy Tart, can't stay healthy. Not re-signing you. Tavares Moore, looks like he's better than Jimmy Ward. I love you, Jimmy. Jimmy Ward, I love you. You are a perennial 49er. You have been through 3 different defensive coordinators, 4 different defenses. I love you, Jimmy. But Tavares Moore looks better than you. K1. Got to keep K1 around, right? Yeah, Juice, best fullback in the game. Got to keep Juice around. Trent Williams, got to keep him around.
Yes.
Kevin Givens, wow, he's really good. Kevin Givens is really good. Do you know that he is the most double-teamed interior defensive lineman on our team right now?
Dang.
Right? He eats up a lot of double teams.
Nice.
I think him and Javon Kinlaw are neck and neck for eating up double teams, right? So I think DJ, we might not be able to afford DJ, but I want to keep DJ.
Yeah, me too.
Like I really want to keep DJ Jones. I love DJ Jones.
Right.
KB, you got to keep KB, bro. He just stays healthy. Like how does everybody get injured, but KB always stays healthy?
He'd be the only person on the field.
The only thing that stopped him from playing is COVID.
He'd be the only person on the field. Quarterback out,
bro.
We have it'd be 10 less players on the field. KB be standing there talking about, Coach, I'm healthy. I'm good.
I'm healthy.
I'm all right. I can go.
Like, hey, bro. Like, have you guys ever seen Kendrick Bourne on an injury report? Even on an injury report, like he's different, bro. Like that says something, bro.
Yeah.
People naming people. D Ford, yeah, he's gone. Solly. No, he out of here. You know what, bro? He's out of here. He had an unfortunate.
He had an unfortunate injury, but at the end of the day, you got to move on from a dude who never gave you nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Right. He just never gave us nothing. Like if we had like that sneak peek, that would have been like, okay, I know he got injured, but we got to keep him. Yeah, Nick stays because Nick gave us a full year. Which for him usually is it's actually one of the very first times in his career playing football that he stayed healthy. Because I think he tore his ACL in high school. He had the core muscle in college, and him staying healthy the full year was a miracle in and of itself. But
true. Okay, so Sherm, we know Sherm's going right. Let's just limit that, right? Yeah, for right, Mosley, like, good run. Those are 2 really good starting corners, right? So who else? Okay, D Ford. We got to get him off the books.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know though, because if D Ford and Bosa are on the field at the same time, and Jimmy's not here, that frees up $27 million next year. So D Ford's contract might not hurt that much. You know what I'm saying? Like we know when Bosa, Ford on the edges. And then we could put Armstead back in his natural position, which is the 3 tech, and put Kinlaw on the other side of the 3 tech and rotate in DJ Jones and Kevin Givens, and we're golden on the defensive line again. We're good, right?
Yeah, I just don't.
The only issue is D4's never on the field.
Yeah.
That's our problem. I tell people all the time, I love when D4 was on the field. You know why? His get off is nasty. And he sits up there and he creates the pressure, and you know what he does? He's so fast that he's pushing the quarterback into the hands of another player.
Exactly.
So somebody's like, how the hell did he get back here this damn fast? We ain't even snapped the ball. But then next thing you know, he's on the sideline.
Right.
And we don't know what the extent of his injury is. We don't know when that man gonna be back. And
okay. All right. Ronald Blair.
Love him. Keep him. I love him. I love Ronnie.
Man,
I love
he's
Ronnie.
gonna get the bag too.
I got a good
get the bag, bro.
He ain't get no bag.
He ain't gonna get no bag, bro. He's coming off a torn ACL, bro, and he was supposed to be healthy in week 8.
That's true.
Okay, so
I was thinking when he was healthy wise, I was thinking
when he was healthy. He's getting the bag. Yeah. He didn't tear his ACL chasing down Russell Wilson last year. Like, he was gonna get a bag, most definitely.
Yeah.
But he tore his ACL. Yeah. So he's the person that we can keep because A, we love Ronald Blair, and B, he's going to be a bargain price because he's coming off ACL.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got a good one for you.
Who?
And you're gonna trip out on this one, but I don't like players who suck up cap space and don't do nothing. Weston Richburg, goodbye.
Yeah.
I don't want him here. When we got him, he was injury prone. When he came from the Giants, he wasn't playing much. When he came here, he ain't been playing much. Yeah, he ain't been playing much.
Last year, he played 13 games, and we had one of the best offensive lines in the league, bro.
But where's he at now?
He was one of the best centers in the NFL last year.
Where's he at now? Sitting on the sideline. We didn't even know the man had shoulder surgery. We didn't even know. We didn't even know he had shoulder surgery along with the torn patella. Like, so it's like, okay, you rehabbing.
He did have shoulder surgery, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
My issue is I love the guy, but we forked out a lot of cash for him. A lot of money. But
47 million.
A whole chunk of
change. His contract was 47 million.
Yeah. And now what is he doing? Sitting on the side. We don't even know if we getting him back for the bye week after the bye. So you can't. I need you to get up there and earn your money, sir. At the end of the day. See, this is why I'm not a GM, and this is why I'm not an owner. Because I'd be looking at people dead straight up and telling them, you need to get out there and earn your cash. I don't know what happened, what you're doing, but if I see an injury history, I'm running from players like that. I don't care what your potential is for you to stay healthy, because you know what D4 did last year in Kansas City? Oh, he magically was healthy. He had a fantastic season. Oh, just a little offsides penalty. That was it. And now he comes to us. Looks great. What he missed? 8-9 games?
Yeah.
Didn't see him again until the playoffs?
I feel you, bro, because he played through that whole season and got the bag and said, okay, I got my money. I got my guaranteed contract. I'm not playing if I'm not 100%. And that's what sucks about guys who get their first big contract, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody isn't George Kittle. Everybody isn't the guy who breaks a bone in their foot and they say the doctors say 8 weeks and George Kittle says 2 weeks, right? Everybody's not like that. That dude just different.
He'll play on one leg.
Different.
He'll play on one leg if you let him.
He will.
He'll go out there and hop down the field with one leg. He'll have these 2 fingers on this hand and these fingers here. That man will go out there and play with one eyeball if he had to. He don't care. He's a throwback. He will play through whatever. But I agree with what you said on the show when I saw you, when you were saying, George, get everything fixed. Take your time. Yeah. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Get everything fixed. Don't even try to come back this season. Even go back. Even if we miraculously make the playoffs, don't even come back. Go get everything fixed, bro. The labrum, get everything fixed. Just get it fixed. So then you don't have to worry about it. Right. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to do anything but get worse, right? So just get everything.
Because he said he would. He said from the jump. He said, "I play with that torn leg. I'm never getting that fixed. Like, that's not what I want to do." But at the end of the day, if you have this kind of time off, then you know what? Look, the season is probably a wash. If we don't start winning games, if we miraculously win this Saints game, somehow, some way, we're right back into the playoff hunt because they expanded it. Remember, now there's 8.
Hey, but you know what, bro? Yeah. You know what what's gonna piss me off if we win like 7 or 8 games and we don't make the playoffs and we're picking outside of the top 10, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna rant about that for a week straight.
Man.
Like, let's just win 6 games and get top 10.
There you go.
Let's just win 6.
I can't be mad at you. I cannot be mad at you. And the one thing I'm not mad at, and I'm tell you right, I'm not mad at for that last game. I ain't blaming Nick for nothing. Nick fine with me. Nick Mullins is okay with me. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no quarrels with Nick Mullins because Nick Mullins was out there playing with an offensive line and he didn't even know who the heck, who half these people were. When I saw Colton McKivitz in the game, I knew Kyle Shanahan had already given up. Colton McKivitz shouldn't be on the field. Like, what are we doing? This is you got gimmies.
Tom Compton shouldn't be on the field.
As trash as we heard he was, believe me, man. Now look, a lot of people had their own feelings on Grant. I like Grant. I think Grant's a really good person. Grant's a really cool guy, and I love his taste in music. And he's a West Coast dude,
right?
And Grant said all training camp long, Tom Compton is hot garbage. And he went on national television and showed why Grant said he was hot garbage. It's a situation. It is what it is. You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. So I mean, so who else? Did we go? Okay, we know we're keeping Jason Verrett. We know that.
Yes,
he's going to be a free agent, but we're keeping Jason Verrett.
Yeah.
E-Man Mosley is a restricted free agent. He's not going nowhere. He's going to be a bargain. But if he continues to play good, they're going to have to give him a bag, right? So we know that he's staying. Let me bring up a guy who's not even going to be a free agent. I think he has 1 more year left on his rookie contract. Mike McGlinchey. Mike McGlinchey is his run blocking grade is, I think, like top 2 or 3 in the NFL for right tackles.
Pass pro trash.
He is immaculate, but his pass pro is horrible. He's had a few good games, right? But no, we got to keep Mike McGlinchey.
You don't have another. You don't have another right tackle.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. And you don't know what you're gonna get if you draft a guy. You know what I'm saying? You trade a guy. Like, who's going to trade a right tackle for a right tackle, right?
Nobody
that doesn't happen, right? Yeah. So, we gotta keep.
Yeah, I think honestly, because when you look at it, technically speaking, our DB room is all free agents next year. Even though we have E-Man as a restricted, the thing I think we luck out, honestly, is people aren't going to want to take a flyer on Jason Verrett because of his injury history. They're going to see that he played at that Pro Bowl level, and they're going to go, ooh, that's a new shiny new toy. But then somebody's going to come in and go, that toy ain't never, that toy going to break. So don't take a chance on him. And that's okay with me because I hope that toy stays fully healthy and I want him to stay on the field.
So if Verrett possibly, he might not stay healthy, right? So it's a possibility. And that's with all players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we re-sign a Keller Witherspoon or just let him walk?
Bye-bye. Let him go.
Yeah, I don't
let him go. I don't my thing is, Dre, what did you call him? What did you say about up here?
Yeah.
He's a mental midget. Mental little person, so we don't offend nobody. I got that. Hey, all right, it's all good. But that's what he is. He don't have it up here. Football is 90% here, 10% talent. Jason said that. So you can't have that. You got to know, as a quarterback, you got to know when you throw an interception that you have to go back out there and try to throw a touchdown. You can't say I threw an interception. Oh my God, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh man, if I throw this ball, is it gonna go the right place? No, you have to have the confidence to go out there and do what you need to do at all times. If you give up a big play, know that the next time it comes around, make a play. What did Mosley do in the last game? He gave up a big play and he shut up another big play down. You got to be able to get over that. And I say, Let somebody else take a flyer on him and see if they could do something. He has the perfect size for it, though. He's got the perfect athletic ability. But if you ain't got it up here, bro, you're done.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense, bro. Yeah, man.
So who we're gonna draft? We're gonna have to draft a couple for depth.
Yep.
Sign a free agent.
I mean, we're definitely gonna draft
A bunch of CBs.
At least two.
At least one or two, right?
At
you know
least
what I mean?
two.
Let's see, where Jared Maiden fares.
Yeah.
Let's see, Tim Harris. We drafted that guy. He ain't did a damn thing. So we got to see how he fared. You know what I'm saying? I think we draft one or two. You know what I'm saying? But don't be surprised if we draft another defensive lineman high in the draft next year. That's all I'm going to say.
My guess is no, but yeah.
Not first round, but like second or third round.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a lot of draft picks this year, right? Like we have a first. We have a first. We have a second. I think we have a first. We have a second. We got like 2/3. We got 2/5. We got 6. We got 2. We got draft picks, and you know what I'm saying. Like guys, like you know what I mean. Like guys are going to sign other places, and we get compensatory. So we're going to have a lot of picks to play with. So don't be surprised if we draft another defensive lineman in the first 2 to 3 rounds.
I don't want that to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would love for us to take that pick and go after a top-tier cornerback. And the reason that I state this is because as much as I love Jason Verrett, the man is injury-prone. If he is healthy, it is a freak of nature chance that he does stay that way through the whole season. I honestly think last year he was healthy, and they just said, forget it, take time off, do whatever you need to do, and call it a day. Right. Because it didn't make sense. Randomly, he goes in and gets beat on one play, and then now he back on the sideline. Oh, his knee wasn't right. We had to shut him down the rest of the year. Really? I feel like Shanahan is a good liar. Yeah. And the media just eats it up. Because there's too many players that you just look at and you're like, why are all these dudes on the sideline? They look healthy and fine to me. Yeah. If I wasn't healthy, I probably don't want to be nowhere near the field because I'm itching to get back on there. And I might just run out there against coach's will and go out there for a play or two. Yeah. You got that drive, that want, that need, to get out there and to do things. But it doesn't make sense, right, that you do that. But I honestly, going back to the quarterback thing really quick, I told Bronze, I'll take Dak.
I'll take Dak too. Because
I'll take a healthy Dak.
I mean, the man passed for 5,000 yards last season. The man passed for like 2,000 yards in like 5 or 6 games. He puts up numbers, man. He had
a good line though. Arm. He had a good line too.
Well, no, Tyron Smith.
The line this year was trash.
No, I'm talking like in the past with the
Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, all of their Pro Bowl, all pro linemen are injured right now.
And Travis Frederick retired because of his health situation, unfortunately.
Right, yeah. The Pro Bowl center, and then Zach Martin got injured, then Tyron Smith. It's a lot of guys that's injured. But yeah, man, I like Dak, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. We'll just have to see how it plays out, bro.
Mm-hmm. Like I kind of want to fast forward it already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just get the season over with. Me too, like bro. Hey, so let's touch on the Saints. You know what I'm saying? And we'll end this episode. Exactly. Do we even have a chance in this game?
Do we have any keys to the game? What are the keys to the game of having a chance to win?
Let's be honest.
No.
Let's be honest.
No.
I don't think so either, bro.
Yeah. Nope.
Emmanuel Sanders.
You just have too much firepower, bro.
They got Thomas.
Yeah, they're all
got Thomas
coming
back. You have Emmanuel Sanders. You have Alvin Kamara. And people completely forget about Latavius Murray. That's a hard runner.
Right.
People forgot that Latavius Murray was sitting behind AP and he took over for him when he wound up leaving. And
then Taquan Smith too. Another fast
bro.
Is Jeff Wilson playing? I didn't see him on the list.
No.
He's IR still. Yeah.
He's still on IR.
Oh yeah, they activated the guy from practice squad. Yeah, that's gonna be ugly, man.
It's a prayer. It's a hope and a prayer that we win. If we do, by some freaking nature chance, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a situation where Debo came in and he played enough to make the impact to take the light off of KB, the light off of Ayuk, the light off of Richie James. Because one thing about Debo is when he gets in the game, people take notice.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald, Debo Samuel, who is that? Really? You don't know who Debo Samuel is? The guy who trucked your whole defensive line? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know who Debo Samuel is. If Debo gets in the game, what it does is, even if E-Man is over there selling out all the secrets of everything, I'm telling you right now, you still are not ready. Shanahan will scheme up something. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say we lose, but we lose close. We're not gonna get beat down like we did against Green Bay. It's not happening again.
Yeah,
they're gonna be competitive.
Yeah, man. I and just a little bit too much to overcome. No crowd in New Orleans, so that helps a little bit. But
there will be.
What?
There will.
11,000 people allowed in the stadium.
Oh, that okay. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, half of them.
I mean, like not a real crowd, but they're allowing a few people into the stadium, but it's not enough to really make an impact. It's just the situation is on offense. Are we going to be able to produce enough points to be able to keep up with the shootout? Because my issue is Verrett needs to start traveling with the best receiver. And I know that's not how our scheme works, but Salah's got to start loosening the reins a little bit and say, you know what, that's okay. Because when Devontae Adams had his big plays, who did he beat? Emmanuel Mosley. Verrett got beat one time in the end zone.
He really beat Emmanuel Mosley. Emmanuel Mosley was in position. He just made great plays on the ball. And it's something about athletes who just have a knack for the ball and have that natural ability to, if the ball's in their vicinity, man, they just go get it. Like that touchdown pass. Emmanuel Mosley was right there. Good position.
Yeah.
Turned his head.
He just put his hand up. Just didn't get the ball.
There's nothing you could do about that. And you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I don't think that Sim, what's up, sis? I don't think we pull this one out, bro. Like I said, man, I won't be mad if we, win 6 games and go 6-10 and get a top 10 pick. And I know some people might say, "Oh, you don't have no faith and all that." No, it's not that I don't have no faith, but
you're realistic.
Maybe this is the right. Yeah, maybe this is the year where where we sit a lot of guys and we get healthy and get a lot of good draft picks and sign some free agents and get rid of the people we don't need on the books, man. Save some of that money and then go into next year firing on all cylinders.
Because next year, you got to think about next year is going to be normal. We'll have the off season. We'll have all the things that we have. They'll probably cut preseason down to 2 games. Things will get back to normal. And this is the one thing that people don't realize is these corporations are not playing about their money. The stadiums, these money talk and you know what walk. At the end of the day. So they're going to find a way to start getting butts in the seats and money back rolling because you can't keep losing. You got to move. You got to make it happen. If we win this game, it's going to just be on the fact that Nick Mullins went out there and went ape, crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that to tell you the truth, if the line is right and we at least got KB, Debo, and Ayuk, we got a chance. We got a slim chance, but we got a chance.
Yeah.
Because those dudes bring a different dynamic to the field. You run a double jet sweep with Debo and Ayuk. Did you see the man leap? That man hurdled like he was almost on a track field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Running that 4x1.
Out there, bro. Out there.
Yeah, man. Well, that being said, man, we're about to wrap it up. Dion, man, thanks for coming through again. I got your link. Everyone subscribe to Dion's channel. I'll put the link in the chat, man. So much love to everybody watching out, and we'll see you guys on this weekend.
Yeah. We're going to do a show on Friday evening, and we're going to do a show on Saturday with Grant as usual. Dion, we're going to have you back on Friday, bro. I think.
All right, my brother. I'll be there. I'll be ready and waiting, man. I appreciate y'all having me on. Hey, man, congrats on all the success, bro. 2K? Y'all out here shining, boy. Out here shining.
We're doing a thing.
I love it, man. I'm glad. I'm very happy, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't mean this in any way being condescending. I'm extremely proud of both of y'all for the stuff that y'all doing on the channel, man, because it's hard to get out here and do that, man. Some people ain't got it in them, and seeing y'all out here with the success, bro, I do nothing but get happy and promote y'all, man. I hope I want y'all to continue to have the success, bro, because this is a platform for us. For
yes, exactly.
Be real. And at the same time, we saying everything these sportscasters are saying anyway. We just got more free reign to do what we need to do.
Yes. Straight up, man. Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, so,
all right, man.
Get in contact, and we're going to see you on Friday, bro.
For sure. All right. Yeah, have a good evening.
All right, guys. Peace.
This is Kendrick Bourne from the San Francisco 49ers. You're watching the Niners All Day Show. What up, Bronze? What up, Dre? Let's get it, man. Yee!
Sorry, Dre. He says.
If you've never been to Niners All Day, please press the like button, press subscribe. Patreon members, if you want to donate to the Patreon, be a part of the fan giveaways, and just help us support our channel and pay some of the bills that we have that this channel requires, and it would be awesome. With that being said, man, we're going to let KB take us out. We're going to have a banner up pretty soon about the Friday show, and we're doing another Saturday show with Grant Cohen at 12 o'clock. So we'll see you guys this week, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully we'll have some smiley faces on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know, right?
Yeah.
But let's just start being realistic as faithful fans. With all of that being said, we love you guys. We support you guys, and we appreciate your support. And KB going to take us out.
This is Kendrick Bourne from the San Francisco 49ers. You're watching the Niners All Day Show. What up, Bronze? What up, Dre? Let's get it, man. Yee!